I'm back, but this time it's with something different. This is something I wanted to do for myself as like a way to list off everything. Okay. And to list off everything, I mean, Christian's going off in the background. Um, yeah, I know. I'm just like stating that. You guys can't hear him. I can hear him. I'm losing track. Anime. Right. So I'm talking about the ones I've liked and well, the ones I've watched at least, and a score I would give them 1 out of 10. I wanted to do this. So let's see. Christian told me to start off by doing Death Note. I was hoping you were gonna lose. I was starting with Death Note. So for starters, going into this anime, I was expecting it to be. Oh, ignore the gameplay in the background. By the way, this is just a really cool game I picked up. This game is like the best game I ever played in my life. Disneyland Adventures, 10 out of 10 recommend. Um, Death Note is a weird anime. Let's say that because I didn't expect it to be how it was. I thought Death Note would be um a kid, finds the Death Note because everyone knows the premise of Death Note. Write the name of the book, the person dies. That's not a spoiler or anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything, of course. That kind of ruins it. But finds the Death Note. He gets this mysterious book, right? And I thought it was gonna be some loser kid, like a nerd or he's super smart kid of the school. Finds the book and wants to use it to kill off people randomly for dumb reasons. Like, since he's the smart kid, I'm thinking he's gonna get bullied. That's the stereotypical main character, smart, gets bullied and all that stuff in school, right? So, oh, that kid took my lunch money today. I'm about to write his name in the book and write decapitation, right? No, the anime took Death Note extremely differently. Like the main character, Light Yagami, he is indeed smart, yes, which it makes up the entirety of the story. If he wasn't smart, the story would not have lasted long. I'll tell you that now. And the way they use his genius and incorporate it with the Death Note, with the rules of the Death Note, along with the other characters they involve in the story, just made it like exceptional. I really appreciate storyline, and when you have storyline like that in Death Note, where you can take a simple sounding concept and make it into a whole story where you don't know what's gonna happen next. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, especially when it comes to an anime where like action scenes. Is there action scenes? As I'm doing air quotes, yes, there are action moments. It is an anime, but it's not. You're not seeing Dragon Ball hand-to-hand explosions. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't normally do that. I don't watch. I'm very particular with my anime. Most of the stuff I'd be doing on here is, your typical shonen where you got some kids shooting laser beams and blowing up planets, right? But no, other than Death Note, everything is realistic. There's no fighting. It's story and plot. And when you put that together perfectly, like in Death Note, there's no stopping it. It's really good. So when it comes to like characters are they did characters pretty well. Like you got a lot of personalities, a lot of relevancy in the characters. I'm thinking of all the characters that are introduced; they're all relevant. You can't you can't really say that in too many anime. Like there's relevant characters, right? And main side characters, but the side characters in Death Note, they all contribute something. In some point of the story, they're doing something that's literally affecting their effect is lasting in the show. Is what I'm trying to say, and that's a plus right there. You don't want to have characters come in for no reason and then not much comes out of them. Demon Slayer, but that's a different story. I don't want to go too deep into Demon Slayer. Um, Back on topic. The soundtrack that in Death Note caught me off guard. The soundtrack is perfectly on spot with the scenes that are going on. And then again, I'm thinking like, oh, there's no action going on. What kind of what like when they're talking, the music comes on and it's fire. Like they know what they're doing when it comes to the soundtrack, especially for since how the anime is. The anime is old. I'm pretty sure Death Note came out before the 2010s. I'll tell you that now. It's over 10 years old. I know that for a fact. Who knows when the manga came out? So that with the soundtrack on point, characters were on point, storyline was definitely on point. Yeah, as I said, the complex storylines like in Death Note and Attack on Titan, that's what makes a great anime. So overall, I would say Death Note is a 10 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10 or at least a 9. And it only has one season, which was 30 something episodes or 20 something episodes. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this one short. Death Note was just pretty good, and maybe I'm biased because, like again at the beginning, I said I didn't know if I would like this anime or not because I was already had an image in my head saying, oh, it's gonna be garbage because it's just some edge lord, some Kirito who finds a book and starts killing off random people. But it goes in a lot deeper than that, which is why it earns a 10 out of 10 for me. And that's it.